Baltic Brand Talks, a podcast about all things creative and trending.
This is Baltic Brand Talks. My name is Edvards and I'll be your host for today. As title suggests, we're going to look at this year's Cannes Lions 2026 winners. Our favorites, the ones we genuinely liked, and the ones that made us wish that Baltic brands had the guts to try something like it. We won't go through all of them, but each of us has brought our picks. And today with me is CEO of Magic Agency Andris and Strategy Director at Magic Agency and with Consulting Rihards. Nice to see you guys.
Hello.
Hi.
Now I know already which campaigns. I'll start with you, Rihards. I know that I already know which campaigns were your favorites before the shortlist even came out. We talked about it, but has anything changed since then? What ended up standing out for you personally?
I really enjoy always looking at the markets we don't follow so closely because when Cannes shows the winners, and there's a lot of campaigns from LATAM, from Asia, that are not on our radars yearly. So it gives us a bit more insight how other world is looking at advertising, what are the things that they are implementing, and in the end, what has worked. So basically, and the winners are the ones who shows the direction. What are the things that now is more attractive, more interesting, more innovative than others. So yeah, basically, I really enjoy seeing how other corners of the world are working. Yeah.
Okay, and what are those campaigns that spoke to you and you want to like?
I don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but basically, the thing that caught my attention was things regarding football. There was a lot of winners that have done something interesting in with football teams, with football fans, and I can highlight three things that was super interesting for me. The first one is from Peru. The campaign from Club Deportivo Municipal, which is one of most historic and iconic football teams in Peru, in Lima. But basically, through the last years, they slipped down to the ranking and now plays in third division, and that resulted in a way that the main sponsor of the team decided to quit the sponsorship.
Okay.
So basically, the team was in bad situation. They had to quickly find a new stream of income, new sponsorship deals, and what they decided to break it down and not look for one big sponsor, but basically involve community, involve fans, involve small entrepreneurs to become the sponsors of team. So the innovation was that they split the jerseys of their team players into 1,000 small boxes, and everyone from Lima, from Peru, could buy one of the boxes and become one of the main sponsors or supporters of the team. And the benefit package that the club provided was really simple. You get one square on the jersey. You could sell the official merchandise of the club at your store, at your gas station, at your mechanical thing, or whatever you are doing, and you could get players to endorse your business. So basically, the full package that is commonly seen to be worth a lot was made available to whoever just is open to come with the team. And it really worked. They managed to sell out all the jersey spots, and in the end, in a really small time window, they managed to get more than 250,000 in sponsorship, which is for the third division club is a lot, and it really helped them to thrive and play. So basically, a bit of neo-collectivism approach, trying to involve everyone and give them something back, was the main win that they managed to have. So this is the very first one regarding football.
Sounds a bit like Kickstarter campaign versus trying to attract one big investor, right? So you basically kind of give out smaller kind of space or smaller product for thousands rather than the whole thing for big name. Yeah, but sounds great. I mean, and probably very untypical for the sports team where you usually kind of have this one or two major sponsors and then.
Yeah, and it shows that maybe the myth that working with a lot of small sponsors is a lot harder than with just few bigger ones. Is not true in the end. If you are already done your homework, providing materials, providing some cutouts, some pre-recorded clips with the players, and you just can plug them in, could work. And I believe that AI and some kind of optimization also helps to achieve that. This is the first one regarding football. The second one is a bit closer to us, from Poland, from Krakowa, and there the interesting part was the thing that how they played with the data they can gather from their audience. So basically, campaign is called Lucky Fan Index. It won Grand Prix in Creative Commerce and also got 3 golds, 1 silver, and 1 bronze. So a lot of rewards. But the thing they did, they found a way how to calculate which of their supporters are the lucky fans. So basically, there is a rule that every ticket bought in Poland sports games has to be addressed with the people who coming, so it has to be identified with the person that gonna be sitting in the seat. So you know who is coming to the games, and then they cross match the data with everything from field, goals scored, red cards got, goals lost, wins, and so on, and basically in the end you could calculate out which of the fans are the most luckiest ones. So basically, when they come to the games, the game will end with a better result for Krakowa team, and which ones of fans are the ones who come with a bit bad luck. So basically, that was the outcome. But how they did, what they did after that, they gave to the luckiest ones a bit more privilege to the games, so you could easily get into VIP boxes, some additional features regarding how you watch the game, and for the unluckiest fans, they gave them extra discounts for merchandise. So maybe improving your merch you have could maybe increase the luck chances at the game. And then the results also, as they documented, was that they managed to increase attendance by 42%, and overall throughout the year, more than 25,000 people were coming to the games. So basically, also worked to make games more visited. So also community involvement.
Sounds great. Like the great ways to use data. Like again, like we often say that we have all kind of data, but how do we turn them into good use? Then of course this one, like I think even for the person just to see his own or her own, track record would be kind of already fun. Yeah, and then of course that's something you want to share with your peers. And all of it brings.
If you are the one who comes with the luck,
if you are unlucky one, then of course they could be joking about maybe you should not anymore visit the games, and maybe you can just stay at home because then maybe the team performs better. So I think the whole concept is so fresh and unexpected. Definitely brings talk value to.
Yeah, there's a lot of room for storytelling, for documentaries, for some kind of behind the scenes content, just to make the everyday fans more visible in the end. And the third one I really liked was from Colombia, and there one of the biggest brands in beer category is called Aguila, and then what they found that throughout the years the national team jerseys are becoming much more expensive to buy. Basically, this year the official Colombian national team jersey cost $175. Which is a lot, and if we look at Colombia, I guess the most passionate fans can't afford it. And what they did, they played with their logo. We all know the requirement to make a logo bigger, and they just implemented that. So basically, they built a platform where fans could buy national team's jersey, but with one addition: if they choose to put Aquila's logo on the shirt, in the front of it, you could get discount, and the discount was calculated based on how big the logo was. So basically,
The bigger
if
the
you
logo,
if you're open to put the biggest possible logo on the shirt, you can get the biggest discount for the shirts. And then there was like shirts that was $80, so the logo was a bit minimalistic, and you could cut the expenses down to $20, but then the logo was by all your like jersey. So yeah, and that was activization before the World Cup, and they managed to become the number one brand associated with national football team, which is big in Latin America when where football is a religion. And also the interesting fact that 93% of order jerseys was chosen to have the biggest logo possible.
So it's like kind of Spotify and Spotify Premium. So if you're ready for ad or big logo, you kind of you pay less or you pay nothing. And then if you don't have enough money, then unfortunately you'll have to wear this large logo. Yeah,
I don't know if it's unfortunate. Maybe
fair price to pay.
You're also a big fan of beer brand, and then it's like win-win.
Yeah,
or you're a fan
everyone.
of a team and you really want that jersey, so you're kind of accept that the logo is big enough on your chest.
But talking about football, guys, World Cup is happening.
World Cup is happening. A lot of ads.
I think I just can't be excited enough about Levi's stunt.
Oh yeah, the Levi's stunt was great. Actually, what I liked most about it is that they actually reacted to it and put it everywhere. The logo in their social media as well.
But for some people who still haven't seen it or haven't heard it, so FIFA, of course, have their official World Cup sponsors. So everybody who is at the moment, sponsoring the stadiums, they have to cover their logos. And one of those stadiums was called, and it still is called, Levi's Stadium. So but Levi's had to cover their logo. But what they did, they covered it with the type of blanket in the shape of Levi's logo.
Yeah, it was slim fit cover.
Slim fit cover. So even if it's covered, like, people see still the Levi's because it's so distinctive, the shape of the logo. Yeah,
True.
And then, of course, what happened that people started to laugh about it and have fun about it. But Levi's themselves, they really have changed all the social media profiles from official logo to this covered logo. They have started to replace even the physical shop signs.
They choose to own it.
They own it.
The shops that are close to the venue in San Francisco, they also changed their logos in front of the stores. So basically, they just went with that and then made this not mistake, but the challenge regarding their sponsorship deals with venue into a real good opportunity. And I guess we're gonna see the results in next year's Cannes.
Yeah, like my prediction in next year's Cannes, we're gonna see Levi's case as one of the top winning case.
For those of you who follow us on LinkedIn, this is what's trending with newsletter. We covered this story about Levi's and also about Gillette, who also had to cover their logo and used foam as a way.
That was beautiful. Yeah.
That was also a good one. And Heinz, the unofficial ketchup of World Cup.
Yeah.
Anyway, Andris, I know you've been talking a lot about the Kit Kat heist, and I think that this case deserves its own Baltic Brand Talks episode. So you had to pick something else. What did you land on and why?
Yeah, so on the Kit Kat, of course, the heist that happened in Poland, where Kit Kat truck was stolen, and then 99.9% companies would just deal with it internally and never communicate the unfamous accident publicly. But KitKat decided to go all in, and there was announcement. There was the whole platform where people could check if their KitKat who what they bought is part of the stolen truck or not, and so on. But the great thing is that we have managed to agree with global CMO of KitKat to tell the whole behind the scenes in one of the next podcast episodes. So looking forward. And also we will have the global strategy director or global strategist of KitKat coming to Baltic Brand Forum this September, probably also to share not just the case study, but also to share the whole KitKat's success story, building on the same brand idea, take a break for last 60 years, at the same time, do it in a very timely campaigns manner, so each year kind of changing the twist and doing it creatively. So coming back to your question,
before Andris, you jump in, I have one campaign from Cannes to also put here. There's a similar accident, maybe we can call it like that, for one German retailer called Penny's. One of their shops in some rural Germany was crushed by a lot of sheep. So basically the sheep just went off their field and then somehow ended up in one of the Penny shop, just totally destroyed it. So also a PR disaster and a big issue for the brand. And what they did, they also managed to come out with that with the extra publicity. They just became like godfathers to this sheep bunch of those sheep and gave them like a year of food and build stories around it. So basically this shows that maybe something that we would like to at first hide could be also a way how to just build an extra publication for that. So
regarding KitKat, I do have to ask guys. First, when it came out that 12,000 bars of chocolates, whatever the number was, they announced that it was stolen. You believed it was real, or was it a stunt?
I think that was part of the whole kind of campaign, or the communication, that it was. I think it was not very clear. It felt like it could be a stunt. It felt like it could be real. And I think this just added to the whole interest and discussion, because I think first big reaction was it can't be real, but it looks like real.
It looked real.
Yeah,
I believed at first. Anyway, Andris, you had to pick some of your favorites.
Not easy task. I mean, 20,000 entries, so many awarded cases, so many fantastic campaigns. So I picked 3 overall. I can shortly talk about the first one. Like Rihards, you mentioned Colombia as a country. I have a case from Colombia as a sportwear brand or gear producer. So Colombia, together with Adam and Eve from London, decided they offered to give away the entire company to anyone who could prove the Earth is flat, turning this world famous conspiracy into an open invitation for exploration. So the whole film that they launched was about the CEO of Colombia saying that all of what you see in this office, in this all the assets, will be given, next day as to the first one who will bring a proof that there's an edge, the actual edge. So again, I mean, of course, it all sparked the curiosity of the flat earthers. First of all, of course, the whole community,
the target audience.
They were very engaged and entertained. Also, outdoor fans were very entertained because it's something pretty unexpected to give away company to somebody who can, do something and prove something. Of course, the finance department was very concerned because, you know,
Maybe some of them were flat earthers as well.
yeah,
You don't know.
no, in the beginning of the project, they
Yeah.
were a bit concerned. Yeah, but overall, yeah. So they really wanted also to showcase that Columbia gear is, you know, tough, and you can really wear it in these, you know, expeditions to the edge of the world, like as we often used to say. Yeah. So I mean, very cool idea, fantastic campaign, and the film itself, and of course, it raised a lot of discussion, a lot of, I think, 250 plus earned media publications, 80 million earned audience, and of course, a lot of annoyed flat earthers, which in a way is also a good result to have.
For me, the most interesting part was that they typically, when we think about outdoor brands and things, we just see the nature,
Yeah.
and then there's like some kind of extreme sports guys who are just showing what they can do in their clothes. But in this case, they choose their CEO as the main spokesperson,
Yeah.
and all the clip was filmed in in office space, so totally different environment, totally different approach.
Mhm.
But yeah, I really like this job as well, and I was a fan when it first came out, to just see that a bit of like not being ashamed to call out something that is untrue and could come up as a huge like thing, and yeah.
And there was an open letter they wrote in New York Times as an ad from CEO offering this, you know, kind of fantastic, incredible
Opportunity.
deal. They placed a couple of trucks with this opportunity in Wall Street. Again, kind of. You know, all the investment bankers, of course, you know, were having a discussion about this. So they also picked a really, you know, smart, these extra activations that help to, you know, bring the whole project into media world and into people's mouths. And how it was connected with product, actually, in the website, if you go to Columbia's, this how they called Exhibition Impossible, so this campaign website, you could also see all the Columbia's gear, all the sportswear that they would recommend if you really take it, you know, to the edge of the world. So what are the best equipment from Columbia in terms of shoes, in terms of pants, in terms of jackets? So
Yeah, they did a great job to integrate their product into this whole campaign, and it somehow worked all together pretty
And-
well.
yeah, and they proved their tagline, engineered for whatever, really means whatever. Yeah. So that's my first pick.
Okay, are you gonna share another one, or should I be the next one sharing
Yeah,
my?
share yours.
I have actually the crafty ones, two. One that is my top pick for this year, from Isle of Any from New York. The Coinbase, your way out of their system. It actually gave me goosebumps at the end of the ad, and there are three things that I took out from it. The first one was the craft itself, the 60-second ads with no CGI, with no AI, and everything was shot real on camera, and the printed clothes and painted seats, actors trained with choreographer to look like an NPC, non-playable characters. They even built like a 75-meter long to make this continuous shot in Cape Town. They managed to make this kind of a street which was all it looked like a video game. And at first, when I saw this ad, I thought to myself, well, this is lame. Why should you make like a video ad with a game? You can't even compare it with Grand Theft Auto that's coming out this year. But anyway, I love the commitment what they did. That's the first thing. The second thing is the cultural reference is the NPC thing, because back in the days it was all about the gaming thing, and then in 2020. 2018, something like that. It became a meme. And now in 2026, with everyone talking about the AI thing and displacement, it kind of just ticks all the boxes, and that one stick with me. And the way the actors manage to play these, it's incredible. You just have to you have to watch it yourself and see. And
Is it one of one of those cases where actually making of film is almost more interesting to watch than the like original film itself, where you actually see that it's all real? It's not nothing of it has been done.
the thing is that I dig deeper when I first saw it, and I couldn't believe, like, it's basic, but then I looked deeper and I saw that that the freak fact of it all is that people have watched 2 times more the behind the scenes, the
Exactly.
extended cut,
Exactly.
than the actual ads, and it explains everything. And then that moment, I had my aha moment, and I understood. I understood what's the hype all about, and that brings us to that people are more interested in the ad, how it's made itself, in the era where everyone is using AI too much, made with AI. The proof that human has made something has become the marketing itself. And that brings me to the thing about Design Grand Prix this year. Apple TV rebrand won for the same reason. They chose to make their own logo with people behind them, not as a CGI, not as an AI, nothing like that. And these are 2 different categories, but leans into the same thing, human made, back to the real, back to the craft, and back to, I would say, art. I think both of these ads and campaigns were a true art, and I just love them.
Yeah, sure. And here we can also add the tiniest coffee shop
Yeah.
stand that was in Madrid or in Spain somewhere, where basically they remodeled coffee machines to look like small coffee shops, and then just played with that.
Engaging with some of the most talented miniature
Yeah.
artists who spent, I think, 6 weeks or even more just designing those, perfect small details to redesign coffee machines into coffee shops.
Yeah, and I believe we can see also last year there was the Telstra case when they built a miniature world to show that brand from Australia, that their connection is strong all across Australia. So they built 26 different miniature worlds that represent different areas of the big Australian continent. So also a lot of craft, a lot of human hours to just make them till the most smallest detail look perfect.
Well, we see the craft thing throughout the year, and I think that it's just gonna continue throughout this year. What's your take on this one?
I mean, if you want to save, use AI. If you want to make influential campaign and win in Cannes,
This is the way to go.
to do something original and involve human, art or human craft in making it.
Yeah, and there has to be a link with the brand. If your brand stands for craftsmanship or it is premium brand, then you can't just go with the cheapest way to do something.
Because if it's cheap, people also see that it's cheap, and then the question is, is this brand kind of is this the way for the brand to be? And of course, if you compete in economy segment, maybe it's fine. If you are, for quality, for value, then most often it feels, cheap and fake.
Yeah, the execution should reflect brand values, and then this is the easiest way how to connect what you are doing with what you stand for.
Okay, but if we're talking about things globally, where things are heading globally, what does that actually look like in the Baltics? What would you like to see from Baltic brands? What are the lessons they can learn from Cannes? Where should they go? What should they do?
I can start as I started with community involvement. All my 3 picks was from specific community that is hot right now, knowing that the World Cup was going to happen, and before that there was a lot of qualification games, but basically look for the groups of interest that you can tap in, and that suits your brand and your communication topics, and then find a way how to interact with the audience, not just tell them something to do, but invite them to join, invite them to be part of some event or be part of something bigger. Like in football club example, you can be a supporter, or in Poland lucky fan, you can be the one who is the real charm of the team. So basically find a way how to build relationships with the audience.
Yeah, regarding my picks, and I probably have to quickly mention two more.
Yeah.
If we have time.
Yeah, sure.
So, and then I go back to the overall theme of all three, which is basically first you do something unexpected, then you show, in most of the cases, kind of documentary, you basically make a film about it. And then you build a campaign around it. So it's not, often we start, I think in Baltics, like first we have to design, a key visual, a campaign, and then we think maybe we can do some extra activation. Yeah. In these cases, like one I mentioned of this Colombia exhibition Impossible, first they have this idea of this super crazy offering to, one group of people who, is passionate about what they believe in. The other case is from Mexico, from Oreo cows, by Mondelez International and VML, the agency. So again, fantastic case where they found a small village in Mexico where there's a farmer and his... we call them Oreo cows, but actually this is a specific breed known as belted Galloway. And that's distinguished by its black and white bands around the center, which kind of looks like Oreo cookie, right? So they found the one farmer with having those, cows that remind of Oreo as a color and shape. And basically blended humor, tradition, creativity to celebrate this Mexico's love for iconic ritual. And ritual is that, you have a cookie, you have milk, and you
dip it in.
You use them both as a perfect blend, as a perfect package. Yeah? So the campaign introduced the Oreo cows, a breed of cows which with these Oreo-like markings as the creative centerpiece. And this film really featured the farmer, and actually the whole village, all these neighbors and all these other guys who were kind of discussing, is this farmer actually painting the cows? Is it real?
Yeah.
So they also, in a way, left it unclear, for many of us. The whole documentary was fantastic, and it was done by very talented team of directors. So it's more than 5 minutes long, and we often say that you have to be short. It's 3 seconds rule. So this campaign did more than 5 minutes long documentary, which was of course very well received. But of course they didn't stop there. They included this also limited edition milk bottles that were sent to influencers, and the bottle design actually also was inspired by each of those cows they had in this village. So the shape of the white stripe, which is irregular, was exactly brought to these milk bottles. They co-branded actually also the product with very beloved milk brand in Mexico. And so basically it had a fully integrated 360-degree strategy that combined the storytelling, influencer marketing, and retail execution. 960 million impressions, 17.1 million earned media, and most importantly, plus 12% sales of the Oreo in Mexico, which is, again, a big number to have if you are already top-selling brand, right? So I think fantastic campaign, fun to watch. The whole documentary is amazing. You have to see it if you haven't, and I hope we will share links in this episode so you can also enjoy. But yeah, I believe this campaign is a true testament to this, universality of a real hidden in plain sight, insight and strategy. And yeah, the whole idea of staying playful while driving sales is exactly what Oreo did.
Well, the long format series is also kind of a thing in 2026. We see from a lot of brands they're using documentary style campaigns that has caught my eye, and we wrote about it in our newsletters. Have you seen any other that caught your eye with a long format?
Yeah, I mean,
ads?
the third pick is exactly that.
Oh, okay.
So Heineken, the most awarded brand of the year this year in Cannes again, by the agency who was named the Agency of the Year, Le Pub Milano, who together with Publicis Dublin did another fantastic project called The Pub That Refused to Die.
Yeah.
And again, basically they found a story that was real, that there was again a small village called Kilteely in Ireland. So basically the problem they had that there is a last bar in this village who was about to close down because the owner was, in a very solid age and decided that they just can't keep up anymore running the not very successful business because of there's only, I think, 26 or maybe a little more people living in it. Yeah. They decided to make a documentary about locals saving the pub. So what locals did, 26 of very ordinary people who were,
plumbers, truck divers. There was a lot of just ordinary.
So they all put together whatever savings they had to keep this local bar running. And of course, it is very inspiring story that instead of just admitting that there is no more place that we can socialize and gather in this very small village, instead of admitting the truth, they decided to stand up and do something about it. Yeah, so the agency and Heineken, they invited one of the award-winning Irish filmmakers, Ger O'Rourke, to tell this remarkable true story of 26 ordinary locals from this small village in Ireland who banded together to save the local pub. So there was a film, again documentary, around 10 minutes long, which was premiered in Dublin International Film Festival, and then they made the nationwide road show where they were showing this very inspiring story in other cities, and actually, which is even more inspiring, that it's not just the campaign that resonated and everybody thought that Heineken is doing great work to support this pub and also showing this story, but actually many more villages very, very inspired. And so there's actually already one more village that bought the last pub. So again, very similarly, locals decided to join forces and keep the pub live. And there are two more that are currently still in the process, but there's a high chance that there will be several more those very important social institutions that in these small places to keep them alive.
I guess this clearly shows how Heineken sees their part in B2B marketing, or their role in B2B marketing, how they can help facilitate the bar life. Because it's so simple. If there's no bars, there's no one who's gonna go out and drink Heineken, and they are doing it brilliantly. There's a lot of other similar campaigns, or not similar campaigns, but similar approach campaigns that also try to find ways how to help these independent bar owners just survive and keep going with the things that they are supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean that there have been other initiatives and campaigns. So this is also, in I think building on the very consistent approach of Heineken, that they take something. There's there's a problem, there's issue. They help to solve it, and then they of course, communicate it to other people as well. I like previously there was this other story where they were trying to find this how do you call it in English, this Montagnais,
the one that they were trying to find people with the same surname,
person
original,
who could take over the pub with the same surname, because again, different story but very similar approach where it's real. It's documented in a beautiful film you want to watch, even if it's 10 minutes long, and it's inspiring to think about your own, community or your own small city or village. What if we can come together and actually, build something or make, keep something afloat? Beautiful.
Community. All-around communication, building something more than just a small campaign. For me, it's crafts.
Not just kind of focusing on slogans and beautiful, poster. It's really kind of taking one step further, doing something, solving something, offering something so unexpected that it already works, even if you don't have anything, in terms of ATL communication, and then you build the communication around it. So I think in the Baltics, if we would spend a little more time and give a little more freedom to each other, and especially for brands themselves to kind of look for those opportunities and build deeper relationships with different communities, I think that's the way to go.
And last thing I want to add is also just be curious. Your Oreo case just showed that you can't write a brief for an idea like that. It just you have to be open-minded, look around, and if you find something that could resemble something with your brand, just go with it. And that's true curiosity of just being creative.
These were our picks from Cannes Lions Winners 2026. If you have anyone you want to share with us, please write your comments down below. With that being said, I wanted to go back to Baltics a little bit. Brand Capital, Rihards, the research is underway. 687 brands, 335 questions, a record year for us for Brand Capital, 22nd year. What are you most personally curious about, and what can brands in the Baltics expect from this year's research?
For me, it's just the same old things, seeing how the society is changing, what are maybe some new trends that emerge this year. And secondly, we added a lot of questions regarding distinctive brand assets. So hopefully we could get a bit more ideas or some kind of more information about how Baltic people see brands, from musical side, from audio side, and then maybe work from that. And last thing that we also added this year, we are trying to find a way how to measure employer branding things. So basically, there's one question we asked regarding all the brands included. Are you willing to work there or something similar? But basically, we're going to have a way how to see which are most desired employers. So another new novelty for us.
When can we expect the results?
I hope so soon, but basically there's going to be an event in September, in the start of December, when we're going to shortlist the brands, and then the forum, the next thing. And after that, you can just contact us and get a deep dive in the data.
Baltic Brands Forum, speaking about it, and one other thing that got my attention, distinctiveness. There's a new award being introduced, a distinctiveness. Please, Andris.
I'm not sure it's a new word.
A new award.
A new award?
Yeah, sorry.
No, but like coming back to Rihards' idea, so this year's topic of the Baltic Brand Forum will be the power of distinctive brands. So we will, in many ways discuss and celebrate the ways how brands can become more distinctive. We will have the first ever most distinctive brands ranking in the Baltics. So that's something I'm really curious about. Who will win in each of the countries, but also Baltics overall. But another big news for this year's Baltic Brand Forum and Awards is that we have also joined forces with Baltic Best Festival, who decided that they want award some of the most awarded Baltic campaigns as part of our Baltic Brand Awards show. So this year we will not just award brands, according to how people, Baltic consumers perceive them. We will also have a professional jury who will see all the awarded works from local advertising festivals and make it kind of the award of the award show.
The ultimate award.
The ultimate Baltic campaigns that deserve to be, celebrated in front of, close to 700 or even more marketing teams from Baltics in September 25 in Riga. So that's very exciting. So we will have another new ranking, and I'm sure we'll discuss it deeper in other podcast episode, where we will ask AI to recommend us the best brands in each category. So it will be, the first ever AI Baltic brand ranking that we will also do together with ScandiWeb as a great test, as a great experiment, and then we'll see who from the brands has been using, or capitalizing AI in a way that, gives them the best result.
Andris,
Many
a lot of news. Brand Capital coming up, Baltic Brand Forum coming up in September. Thank you guys for watching, for listening, and I hope to see you soon in Baltic Brand Talks or in Baltic Brand Forum or in email.
And congrats, Edvards, on great premiere in the podcast.
Yeah, thank you,
you're
guys.
a great host. Enjoy it.
Thank you guys for having me, and hope to see you soon in the next one. Hopefully, we'll talk about more creative, more crafty work from Baltic brands as well.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.